Alright, let's be real for a sec. Confidence is sexy. It's powerful. It walks into a room and owns it without saying a damn word. Arrogance? Arrogance is the guy who won't stop talking about himself, flexing his ego. And I know, it can be a fine line. You all want to be the guy who's confident and grounded and respected, but sometimes that line gets blurry, especially when you're just starting to build yourself up. You wonder, am I backing myself or am I becoming that guy? The one that everyone rolls their eyes at. This video is not some basic fake it till you make it tool. This is real, because if you've ever had a moment where you're proud of something you did, but maybe caught yourself wondering, was that too much? This is for you. Today we're diving into what real confidence actually looks like and how you can actually build it without turning into a walking ego trip. No BS, just the truth. So stick around, because this might just change the way you move through the world. And if you're tired of second guessing yourself and shrinking to make others feel comfortable, this is where that ends. Here's the thing. Confidence isn't loud. It's not showing off. It's not walking around trying to prove something to everybody. Real confidence is quiet. It's solid. It's the guy who doesn't need to say much because his presence says it all. And confidence starts from within. It's not something you borrow from what you wear or who you're with or how many people clap for you. It's that inner calm, that deep sense of I know who I am even when no one else is watching. The confident guy doesn't need to dominate a room. He doesn't need validation. He's good whether you applaud or not, and that's where the power lies. When you no longer chase approval, when your worth isn't hanging on someone else's opinion, you become dangerous in the best of ways. And I'll be honest with you, it doesn't come from pretending, it comes from doing the hard things, from keeping your word, from knowing you've earned your own respect. And that's the real flex. When you know you faced your fears, stuck to your principles, even shown up when it was hard, you don't need to convince anyone of everything, of anything. People feel it. You walk different, you talk different. You don't need to be loud because you're already heard. And here's what's mad. Real confidence is also kind. It's humble. Because you don't need to be belittling anyone to feel big. You're already enough, so you don't compete, you connect, you uplift. And that's the blueprint. Not the fake alpha energy you see online, but grounded, unshakable confidence that's built brick by brick when no one is watching, when it's just you and the mirror. So if you're out here thinking, I'll be confident once I get this job, or this body, or this girl, I got news for you, big man. Confidence is not a prize you win, it's a muscle you build, and that starts today. And don't get it twisted, confidence doesn't mean you never doubt yourself, it means you don't let that doubt run the show. You feel it, but you still move, you still speak, you still act, and that's the real power. And that's what lasts. Confidence is when you know you're not perfect, but you still show up fully. You still back yourself. That's not arrogance, that's self-respect. So let's break this down. Arrogance. That's insecurity in disguise. It's someone who deep down doesn't feel enough, so they overcompensate. Loud, flashy, always trying to prove something. That's not strength, it's fear wearing a mask. We all know that guy who brags about everything he's ever done. That one who can't let someone else shine for a second without jumping in. That's arrogance, and it's not rooted in power, it's rooted in lack. A lack of self-awareness, a lack of inner peace. Arrogant people aren't trying to connect, they're trying to dominate. They don't listen, they wait to talk. They don't uplift, they compete. They see others winning and feel threatened instead of inspired. And the mad thing is, they think they're confident. But deep down, it's all a performance, it's all smoke. And I get it. Sometimes when you're just learning to believe in yourself, you swing too far to the other way. You go from quiet, unsure, and to loud and defensive. You start flexing everything just to prove you're not weak anymore. But hopefully that's just a phase. Just please do not stay there, because arrogance is lonely. It pushes people away. People respect confidence, but they avoid arrogance, because arrogance talks over you. It makes everything about itself. It doesn't feel safe. It feels exhausting. Confidence walks into a room and says, I got me, and I see you. Arrogance walks in like, look at me and only me. One builds connection, the other builds walls. So if you've ever caught yourself trying to outshine everyone, trying to win every conversation, constantly needing the last word, that might not be confidence talking. That might be fear. That might be ego trying to fill a hole. But real strength doesn't need to be seen. It doesn't scream, it doesn't shove, it just is. Arrogance needs attention like oxygen. Confidence is good with silence. Confidence says, I know what I bring to the table, and if no one claps for me today, I'm good. The goal isn't to be the loudest in the room, it's to be the most grounded. The one who doesn't need the spotlight because he knows his light doesn't flicker based on who's watching. Arrogance is armor. Confidence is freedom. You've got to decide which one you want to wear. But let's draw the line straight. Confidence and arrogance might look similar at a glance, but at the core it's completely different. Confidence is rooted in self-respect. Arrogance is rooted in the need to feel superior. Confidence says, I'm good and I hope you are too. Arrogance says, I'm better than you. You feel that? That energy shift is everything. Confidence lets others shine. Arrogance dims the light around it. Confident people are okay not being the center of attention. They don't need the spotlight because they're lit from within. Arrogant people crave the spotlight because without it, they feel invisible. Confidence listens before it speaks. It's secure enough to learn to ask questions to be wrong. Arrogance always needs to be right. It cuts people off, dismisses ideas, and masks ignorance with volume. Confidence helps others rise. Arrogance stands on people to feel tall. And here's a practical way to check where you're at. Ask yourself how you react when someone else wins. Do you celebrate them? Or do you feel threatened, like their win takes something away from you? That reaction says a lot, because confident men aren't scared of someone else's success because they know that theirs is theirs. What's theirs is theirs. They're secure in their lane, focused on their growth. They're not competing on timelines or comparing timelines. And another key difference, confidence men apologize when they mess up. They take responsibility. They're not scared of their own flaws. Arrogance deflects, blames, or avoids a topic entirely. Accountability feels like a threat to the arrogant, but it's a superpower to the confident. Confidence brings peace. Arrogance brings pressure. You can feel it in your chest. One lifts the room, the other makes it tense. Here's another one. Confident men seek feedback, not because they're insecure, but because they want to grow. Arrogant men reject feedback because their ego can't handle it. They're too fragile. And bro, this isn't about being perfect, it's about being honest with yourself. Real confidence isn't about pretending to be flawless, it's about being solid in who you are, flaws and all. So the next time you're in a moment where you're tempted to prove yourself, pause. Breathe and ask yourself, am I showing up with confidence or am I chasing validation? That one question can keep you grounded and shift your whole presence. So now let's talk about how to actually build real unshakable confidence. No BS, no fluff, no hacks, just what actually works. Step 1, keep your promise to yourself. You say you're going to hit the gym, hit it. You say you're going to wake up early, get up. Every time you follow through, you tell your mind, I can trust me. And that's where the confidence starts. Starts with self-trust. Step 2, do the hard things. Don't wait to feel ready. Confidence grows when you act in spite of fear, not in the absence of it. That conversation you're dreading, have it. That class you've been avoiding, show up. Every time you step into discomfort, your belief in yourself gets stronger. Step 3, stop outsourcing your worth. If your self-esteem is built on how many likes you get or what people say about you, you'll always be on shaky ground. Instead, you need to anchor your value to your actions, your character, your consistency. Step 4, we need to audit your circle. Are you around people who hype you up but hold you accountable? Or people who make you feel small? Or fake confident but putting others down? Your environment matters. Step 5, practice speaking your truth. Not to dominate, but to express, to say what you mean, even if your voice shakes. Let people see the real you. Confidence isn't just about being bold, it's about being honest. Step 6, move your body. This one is slept on, but it's real. Get stronger, not for looks, but to prove to yourself that you can do the hard things. Strength on the outside reminds you of all the strength that you're building on the inside. Step 7, learn to be alone. If you can't sit in silence without grabbing your phone, without distracting yourself, you've got work to do. Confidence grows in stillness, when you face your own thoughts and you don't flinch. And the last one, reflect regularly. Ask yourself, where did I show up today? Where did I shrink? What can I do better tomorrow? That self-awareness is the bridge between who you are and who you're becoming. Because confidence isn't a finish line, it's a daily practice. A daily choice to back yourself even when it's hard, even when it's scary, even when no one claps for you. Do that enough times and one day you'll wake up and realize you don't need to act confident anymore. You just are. So here's the truth, confidence and arrogance aren't even in the same league. One is power, the other is noise, and deep down you already know which one feels right. So if you've ever held back because you didn't want to become arrogant, don't. That fear is a sign you've already got the self-awareness that most people lack. The goal isn't to shrink, it's to shine without stepping on anyone else to do it. Confidence doesn't mean being the loudest, it means being a realist. Being solid in who you are. And if you're still figuring it out, that's okay. Every confident man you see had to start somewhere. Every one of them had to build it, brick by brick, rep by rep. So go build it. Let today be the day you stop second guessing yourself. Let this be a reminder that you don't need permission to be great, you just need to show up. And when that doubt creeps in, remember this is not about being fearless, it's about choosing to move anyway. Choosing growth, choosing truth. And if this hit home for you, do me a favor. Drop a like, hit subscribe, and share this with a brother who needs it. Let's grow together. Real confidence, no ego, just truth. Peace.